Hey YouTube, this is Jaden Storm coming at you from Team Shadow Strike, and I have a video here talking about the new mechanic Stride. Now, Stride is an ability that will be introduced in Season 5. The first episode of Season 5 came out last Saturday. I don't have a problem with Stride. I just didn't like the first episode of the anime. But then again, you know what? It's just the first episode. It might change. But I'm not going to talk about the episode. That's not what this video is about. This video is about Stride. Now, there's a lot of people who are like, oh, Vanguard's getting an extra deck. This is going to become Yu-Gi-Oh! Now. Guys, there's a huge difference between Vanguard and Yu-Gi-Oh! In order to play Vanguard, you have to have a brain. You have to be able to think more than just replaying the same spam deck every game. You know, Vanguard is a game of statistics, thought process, and strategy. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a very linear game, so Vanguard is in no way getting close to being Vanguard. Vanguard is no way close to becoming Yu-Gi-Oh, guys. So anyway, Stride. It is going to be introduced in the new booster set. It was released for the movie in Japan, but the first G booster for Japan comes out in December, when we'll be getting set 16 version E. And then we get that booster set in March of 2015, where we'll be getting set 17 version E in January. I'm still not happy that they did that to us, guys, because having a version E of a set, I just don't like it. It's like, why didn't you just keep it the way it was? I mean, I don't understand it, but whatever. So anyway, it's probably because they aren't going to give us an English translation of the movie. I really fucking hate Bushiroad for that. You know, the Americans support your product just as much as the Japanese do, so why the fuck can't we get the movie and, you know, have our own anime? But that's another argument. That just pisses me off when I think about it. So anyway, let's talk about Stride. I'm going to be reading this to you literally from the Wikia, because I found the easiest way to introduce it to someone is right here. So I'm going to read this to you, and then we'll talk a little bit about what this means. Okay, so first, how it works. You can perform Stride in the Stride step. So there'll be another phase of the game. The Stride step comes after the ride phase and before the main phase. So something to keep in mind. So it'll be right after you ride, that's when you Stride. If you go to your main phase, you will not be striding. Sad. And both you and your opponent must have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard. And to Stride, you discard cards in your hand total grade 3 or more. Next, you select a face-down G unit from your Generation Zone. A new zone has been added onto the board. The Generation Zone will be loaded. It'll be located in the front of the damage zone to the left of the main field. It can hold up to 8 face-down cards at the start of the game, which includes a maximum of 4 copies of identical G units, just like a standard deck. Only G units may be placed here, and place it on your Vanguard circle. Your previous Vanguard becomes the hearts. They do not count towards the soul. You need to remember that. If your Vanguard was in Legion, both units become the hearts. If your Vanguard was deleted, flip it face up and it becomes the hearts. When you Stride, the G unit gains the name and power one of the designated hearts in addition to its own. For example, when Harmonix Messiah, which has a base power of 16,000, it's a grade 4 unit, and it'll be coming in, if you buy a box of Set Fit 16 version E, it will come in the box. You're guaranteed 1 copy. It's like a little promo. So, for example, if Harmonix Messiah, which has 16,000 power, is stridden over Light Origin Seeker Alfred the 14th, it will have both the name Harmonix Messiah and Light Origin Seeker Alfred the 14th, and it will have 27,000 power. You get this from the 16,000 base power that Harmonix has, and the 11,000 base power Alfred the 14th has, and adding them together. 16 plus 11 is 27. It will not gain any other attributes of the hearts. Skills, example. If you perform Stride over units which are in Legion, choose one of the units, and that G unit gains the name and base power of the chosen unit. So if you're in Legion, you get to choose what becomes the heart. At the end of the turn, return the G unit that you used for Stride to the generation zone face up. And your hearts are now treated as the Vanguard. If your hearts were in Legion prior to standing, they return in a Legion state. Striding does not count as a ride, so effects involving the ride or placed on the Vanguard are not activated. That is a big one. So that is Stride, guys. Pretty simple. You know, it sounded a lot harder. You know, if you had someone explain it to you before that, it sounds a lot harder than it really is. So basically, you draw to start your turn. You're going to do your ride phase, and then you enter the stride phase. If you want to stride, you have to discard cards from your hand that total grade 3 or more, and then you perform stride. Now, when you stride, if you stride over a unit, the card that it strides over becomes the hearts, and it gains the base, power, and name of that unit. It does not gain the skills, though. If you are in Legion and you stride, you select which unit you want to be considered the heart or the base, and get that the name and power will transfer to. And also, all stride units will have a new ability called, I think it's called Terra Drive, because you get 3 drive checks. So that's Stride. That's pretty much all it is. You know, I don't have a problem with this. I really don't. The game's going to evolve. I mean, there are people who are freaking out because they're afraid this means Vanguard's going to become closer to Yu-Gi-Oh! It doesn't mean anything. The game's evolving, guys. You know, I didn't like the first episode of the anime. I really didn't. They didn't even explain Stride or any card effects for that matter in the episode. It was just the setup. But I am looking forward to see what they have in mind. But anywho, that's time will tell. So this is what Stride is, guys. So what is your opinion on Stride? Do you like it? Do you think it's cool? Do you think it's a cool new addition to the game? It's not that much different from a Break Ride or a Legion. You know, it's just another game mechanic that's going to be available to us. So anyway, guys, in the comment section below, tell me what your opinion is on Stride. What are your feelings? Are you okay with it? Do you hate it? What? So please leave me some feedback, guys. Always like to hear what you guys are thinking and what you have to say. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Make sure you comment and rate, subscribe if you already haven't to my channel. Thumbs up this video for me, and I'll see you next time.